So before I did that last video that I did about the Great Resignation, I did a lot of research. And what I've noticed was a lot of people wanting to become a full-time content creator, which I am totally in support of that. I think that content creation is a great way to, one, express yourself, but two, also make money doing something that you enjoy doing. But there's some things that I would like to warn people when it comes to being a content creator and when it comes to doing YouTube full-time, and why I personally don't plan on making it a full-time job. Here are some of the things that I would say I did that ultimately led me to failing at YouTube. When I say that I failed at YouTube, I don't want to sound like I'm sad or bitter. I'm actually very happy for this experience because it definitely helped me with this channel that I absolutely loved. I made so many mistakes on Case Elise that I'm not going to make here. And that's what I want to kind of get into today. So make sure that you all follow me at @theupgrade_Kiki. Also make sure that you subscribe to this channel and let me know if you're a content creator and how that journey is going for you, okay? And let's get started. This is not going into any particular order, but I'm going to go ahead and start with obsessing over the analytics. Now, when you're trying to get monetized, and even after you get monetized, you are staring and obsessing over your analytics. When you're starting off on YouTube, it's natural to obsess over your analytics. You want to make sure that you're getting to your 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I get it, but don't get so obsessed with analytics to where you stop posting content that you really want to post. And I say that because sometimes a video might not do as well, and then you feel upset or even pressured to make content similar to the last video that did well, even though you don't really know what to talk about, or you just force yourself to make content based on that first video. And I don't recommend that. So get your eyes off of the analytics. I believe fully that if people need to see the video, the ones who do will click on it, right? So if it's not a lot of people, that's okay, but don't obsess over the numbers. The next thing is making it a job. Once you put money into a relationship with anything, whether that be business, friendships, relationships, whatever, it changes the dynamic of that relationship. When I was on Case Elise, I had so much fun making content prior to being monetized. Once I got monetized, I felt pressured to make a lot of videos and, you know, be overly consistent. And that just caused problems, right? So I would make content just for the sake of making money, and that is not good. And that's something that I'm actually glad that I don't do here on the Upgrade. Let me tell you this is actually real true. My first check on my Case Elise channel was $127, I think. And I was so overly grateful, but guess what my check was here on the Upgrade, my first check? $774, okay? When you are aligned with your purpose, the money will just flow. I enjoy making content. I'm not as consistent as you all see on this channel, and I still make more money here than I did there, okay? What's the difference? Not making it a job. I make content that is good. I recorded 3 videos last week. I hated all of them, and I knew that my people, the people who follow me, would not want to see that. So guess what I did? Deleted it. I don't feel pressured to, oh, I need to make this money. I gotta set this. No, I don't do it for the money anymore. For real, for real. I don't do it for the money, okay? And I want everyone to go into it like that, so it'll be genuine. You don't want to have to need the money from your YouTube profit. Which brings me into my next point of being overly consistent. I kind of just touched on that, but that will cause burnout, okay? That will cause burnout. YouTube started to become boring for me. I didn't want to do it anymore. I always dreaded recording days when I knew, oh, I gotta record. Then you start being overly consistent because you're making money, so now you want to post 2 times a week. And if that's something you want to do it. But I'm just warning you, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't overdo it, because I promise you it's gonna get boring. The whole thing about when you go into other streams of income, and that's with anything, is you don't want to make it a job. Like, don't make something that you consider a passion a job, because then you lose the passion behind it. I have seen that happen to a lot of people where they were so passionate about something, but then once their clientele started picking up, they started to lose interest, and then it became a job, not something fun, not a hobby. You know what I mean? So you want to keep that hobby mindset, unless you're trying to really make YouTube into a business, which I understand, I respect that. But if not, take it easy. Take it easy. Don't burn yourself out. Number 4 is not knowing how to have boundaries. Okay, when my first video went viral, I started getting a lot of DMs. Now, for the first I would say 100, I could keep up. But with the next 500, I couldn't. And I felt guilty because people would say, wow, you're so hard to get in contact with, and I try reaching out to you and you don't respond. But then I had to realize, and this is how I go about it on this channel, is there's only one of me, there's thousands of them, okay? I try to respond as much as possible to show love to the people who follow me. That's why I try to thank people and comment back as much as I can. But for one, I don't really like checking my DMs just because I don't like being on the internet a lot, one. But then two, it's just that sometimes one question could turn into a lot of questions, and I like to give people my undivided attention. So when they ask one question and then they say, oh, well, since you said that, I got another question, and then it's hard for me to be attentive to everyone because I'm trying to hurry up and answer these questions and get through these DMs. But I don't do that anymore, and I'm at peace. Relationships with social media, it's not, I don't want to say it's one-sided, because you have to look out for your supporters, and doing that, like, give them good content, comment back, like, you know, check in on them, do stuff like that to have that relationship with them. But then also realize that you're only one person. You can't respond and have one-on-one conversations with everyone. Also too, setting those boundaries of people who might ask for your phone number, which people have asked me for my phone number. No, we can't do that, you know. It'll be too much if I did that with everyone, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Don't feel guilty when you can't respond back to everyone, but try. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to as much as possible. And it's always a consistent person or a few people who comment on my videos, and I'll make sure to always try to show them love as much as possible. Even liking the comment is good. You know, just try to interact, but just know it's only one of you. I keep stressing that. It's only one of you. Number 5 is not understanding the algorithm. Okay, the algorithm is tricky and it's slippery, and I don't understand it still to this day. But there are certain videos that's gonna go viral and some that don't. Do not trip when the video does not go viral, okay? YouTube just did not push out that content, or maybe they did and they didn't get a lot of response. So don't beat yourself up. Like I say, when it comes to your videos quote unquote flopping, it's not a flop. It's just that maybe a lot of people didn't want to see that video. That's okay. That is okay. Don't trip. Don't be upset. The people who subscribe to you, most of them are going to be here because they love you as a person, right? They don't expect for you to talk about the same thing all the time. However, I do believe that there is a time where you do need to separate it. For example, K-Celeste was about dating advice and fun stuff. I had to start another channel for finance. I don't think you should really stress about being in a certain niche right away. As your following grows, you'll see what type of content certain people like, and if at that time you want to separate it, you can do that. You can always change things, okay? Another thing is high subs does not equate to high views. Here's the thing. I care more about engaged subscribers than I do a lot of subscribers, okay? I had 20,000 subscribers on my last channel. I would say I got 143 views after about a week because they weren't engaged. They, you know, they only wanted to see a certain thing and they subscribed for that certain thing. So when I stopped making it, the views just doop, okay? Even with my 20,000. So with that, that's why I deleted that channel. I just needed a new start. That's why I have this channel. But here, I get a lot of love. People enjoy my content, and people subscribe to me knowing that, okay, this is what she talks about and I like what she talks about. I'm gonna subscribe. When you change up sometimes on YouTube, that can cause an issue, and that's what happened. Like, I went from one thing to the next thing on the same channel, and those 20,000 people, most of them wanted to see that first thing that I didn't want to do anymore. More look at my views, okay? That's what I'm obsessed over. Like, yeah, I look at my subscribers, but once I hit 5,000, I was like, okay, it's whatever. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm getting people in, but people are also watching the content, which is what really matters. Controversial topics. Let's get on that. You want to watch what you talk about on your platform. Don't want to trigger anyone. Okay, sometimes you're not going to be everyone's type and you can't force yourself to be for everyone. So understand that, but also watch some of the things you talk about because you don't want to offend anyone. And I think that's very big, to not be offensive. You can share your opinions without being offensive or mean or hateful. Just watch that. You don't want to talk about a certain race of people. You don't want to talk about a certain tax bracket of people. Just really watch yourself and understand too that your social media is public, because you really have to watch what you say on the World Wide Web. I don't sit here and talk about people who are struggling and, oh, y'all broken, y'all this and y'all that, because they're struggling people who may want to better their lives, and they're not going to hear me because I was being so mean about struggling people. You get what I'm saying? So just kind of watch yourself with that. That is very important. Watch what you post on social media, all of that, because certain things I just don't discuss on social media or YouTube, period. All right, and lastly, you will become unrelatable. All right, now this is a big one. Unless you're like trying to show people this is how I become a millionaire, blah, 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 day in the life of a millionaire. Unless you're like that, that's different. But I'm saying, I noticed that a lot of content creators start off as just these normal people and like the everyday person, and then they change into someone who is wealthy. And the subscriber who found this person so relatable no longer finds this person relatable, because this person is now a rich content creator. Throughout life, you're going to be moving. You are not a tree. You're not going to be exactly the same forever. So with that, don't feel pressure to try to be someone that you're not in order to relate to people that subscribe to you. You're just going to have to move on into the next phase, and then a new set of people will find you, right? But I think that I see that with a lot of content creators, like even those people who did the I quit my job thing. Right now, they're, you know, relatable, so they got a lot of views, they got a lot of subscribers for that reason. But as they grow on this platform or any other platform, they're gonna notice that a lot of people are not gonna feel that, oh, this is someone just like me, because you have grown and you're different now, right? And I think that people need to embrace that and just say, okay, well, that was one phase of my life. I'm going into the next phase, and then with that, everyone is not going to come along with you. I just hope that on your journey to becoming a full-time content creator, you enjoy it. You know, you make content that you love, content that you enjoy. Never lose sight of why you started this channel, okay? And that's for anyone. Don't make it all about the money. Of course, you want to make some money. I understand. I want to make my money too, but don't make it all about the money. Always keep your vision clear. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. If it helped, let me know. Also, let me know what you would like to see on this channel, and I will see you all on the next video.